Hello. Good evening. How is everybody doing tonight? What's happening? It's Friday. Let's see who we've got here. I see we've got some amazing people already in here. Hey, Tony at Kettle Kitchen. How are you? Leanne, Mennonite Farmhouse. Charlene Heel. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Teresa, Stringfield Ridge Farm. Hello, Lisa Colovi. Hey, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Welcome in. Hello, Gail Southern Living. Welcome in. No worries, Redbird Farm. No worries at all. That's my boo, Brenda. No worries, Brenda. Just going through here, make sure I got everybody. Yes, exactly. I did. I didn't even have a chance to do anything, and I said I'm not going to put my hair up. So I definitely am fresh out of the shower. That's how I roll. Like I'm a very simple person. It's just shower and good to go. So it's exactly what I did. Although we didn't do much today, so I don't know. Yesterday was busier. Hey, Rich at the Old Swedes, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Sherry Southern Roots. Hello, Mrs. Lazy Days Ahead, welcome in. Hello, Willow Way Ranch. Hello, Betty at Rancho Magnolia, welcome in. Hey, Danny, Wicked Awesome Gardening, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, so Ryan's been off most of the week, and so we've been enjoying that and just getting some stuff done, but it has been a brutally cold week again. Hey, Tony Renee at home. So that's why I'm slathering on the hand lotion, because we were like 4 degrees the other morning after being in warm temperatures. Yes, Gail's leaving for vacation tomorrow. How exciting. Have a great time. Be safe. Um, and so we've just been getting some stuff done around here. But before I tell you that, there's something I wanted to tell you guys about. Gail Southern Living is doing a collaboration. Hey, Peterson Farms of Nashville, welcome in. She is doing a collaboration on weird container gardening. So if you go over to Gail Southern Living, she has a video and it's weird container gardening. I think it's 2022. And she would love it if you guys, if you have a channel, you wanted to submit some entries. It just needs to be something other than a traditional pot. So sky's the limit. And I have one, but I had a bunch of videos scheduled. So I'm going to probably release mine Wednesday of next week. So, because we post Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So probably Wednesday of next week, but it'll definitely come out next week. And because we went to the auction yesterday and we were there for hours. So it was where you bid online and then um you pick it, the auction closes online and then 2 days later you pick it up and you also pay for your stuff. So we were there for a while. Let me just go back to the chat real quick because I see a bunch of people came in. Hey there, Grace and Fire. Hello, Bluebird Homestead. Yeah, exactly, Rich. Spring is not showing up in Minnesota. I totally hear you. I totally hear you. They threatened 1 to 3 feet of snow for us. We got nothing. Nothing. So but even though it's way too early to be planting outside here, I'm still going to throw some seeds in my weird container. And if I have to, I will replant them for Gail. But I want to join the collab. So you guys, it would be really cool if you join in on the collab to help Gail out. And also to make her collab a big success. I love watching people who um, garden in weird things. So I think it's pretty cool. Hey, Arc Wildman Survival. Hey, Jerry at Carpenter Self Reliance. By the way, Jerry at Carpenter Self Reliance is almost to his 1K milestone. So if you would please go check out his channel and see if you like what you see. And I know you will. And he's in South Carolina and he's got a lot of stuff going on. He's got a really good channel. So go check him out. Hello, Pathways Homestead. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Good Friday, Rebecca Davis. Welcome in. Hello, Charlie, Fallen Arkansas veterans. Weird Container Growing 2020. I'm sorry, Weird Container Growing 22. So make sure you check out Gail Southern Living and you make an entry for Weird Container Growing. And this is the kind of collab like Danny at Wicked Awesome's collab, where no matter what your channel is, most of us can do something to, it's not like it goes outside the realm of your channel genre, if you will. So I think it would be really cool if you guys helped everybody out. Hey, Josh Skinner Farms, welcome in. Just going through the chat here. I didn't know what kind of container I was going to use, but then we ended up having the auction stuff, and that's when I came up with something. Hello, Green Granny 2, Denise Pacell. Welcome in. Welcome in. Tony at Kettle Kitchen said he got snow today. Wow. What state are you in, Tony? For some reason, I thought you were in a warmer state. I totally blew that. Hey, Our Cabin in the Woods. And I wanted to thank you, Tony, Our Cabin in the Woods, for your comment about the nitrogen and the onions. You are so spot on. I don't know why I didn't make that connection, because when we did our garden results with the test for my soil testing, nitrogen is what we were low on. And I've been watching videos that talk about onions need a lot of nitrogen. So thank you for that. Like the minute I read your comment, it went click. So that was very cool. Thank you. And then Blue Self-Reliance told me why our turnips were brown. They didn't have enough boron, and we were low in boron. So there's two of my nevers will probably get back on the list. Yeah, Grace and Fire, go check it out. Jesse at Lazy Days Ahead, if you would, could you go to Gail's channel and see if you could get her weird container, or Gail's here. Gail can do it. I know Lisa Colobi, she's been posting like a mad woman. But just see if you guys could put that video link in there so people have it. Carpenter Self-Reliance. Jerry at Carpenter Self-Reliance is close to 1K. So we want to get him there. We want to support him. Thank you guys. Thank you, moderators. You guys are amazing. I just want to get up to the bottom of the chat here. Hang on. Hello, Troy at Bar Run Forge. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Broke Cowgirl. Welcome in. Good to see you. I just watched your baby chick video. Oh, Northeast Washington. Okay, that makes sense, Tony. Thank you. I've been to Washington. It's kind of neat. I wish I could have seen more. Let's see here. Garden to Table with Heather Lynn. Hello, hello. I side dress my onions with rabbit and chicken manure. Good to know. Good to know. And are you using the chicken manure is hot? Because I know that chicken manure is hot and rabbit manure is not. Just kind of curious. Hey, Tina Ladybug. Very little chicken manure mixed with rabbit manure. Got it. Got it. I just want to go back up. I missed a comment because it does jump. Just give me a minute to just take a look. I think I got everybody. Thanks everybody for posting Gail's weird container challenge. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I think it's a really great collab because I think it's something that a lot of channels, no matter what your genre is, you could do. And I think like if you're a cooking channel, you could grow herbs that you would use in your cooking, put it in a weird container, and I think you could relate it to your content. So I think it's a really great way to um, definitely definitely get some collaboration views. And then it helps us all out. Collaborations are really good for all of us. They help us all out because they bring a lot of traffic to all our channels. So that's what we're all trying to do, right? So yeah, Jerry, no problem at all. Jerry said thanks for the shout out and support. His main internet has been down for the last few days. No Wi-Fi, cell phone only until next week. Spotty service. Yeah, no worries, Jerry. We totally get it. But just want people to check everybody out. We try to be um, a community channel for YouTube, and also family channel. We try to have fun here. So I'm expecting a few guests. I know that somebody one of our guests had to reschedule. They wouldn't make it here tonight. So I'm expecting some other guests. If you're interested in being a guest, you're welcome as long as I know who you are. And what I would do is I would send you the link ahead of time, only because I've gotten really gun shy about putting the link in the chat because of some issues that I've seen on YouTube, and they make me nervous. And oh, thank you. Thank you, Charlie. No, I'm sorry. I was looking at Charlie and I got something wrong. Thank you, Bluebird Homestead, for checking out Jerry. Yeah, he's got sheep, he's got Kuni pigs, he does prepping, canning, cooking, talks about the meat that they have on their farm. He's a really great guy, and I think it would be really good to go check him out. I've been connected to him, I think, for about a year now, so I'm really enjoying his channel. Oh, I just want to go real quick and go back. That's what Troy said. Oh, why does it do that? It jumped on me again. So maddening. Okay, Troy at Bar Run Forge says we are close to $300 for the Help a Vet funding. So yes, so Troy at Bar Run Forge, if you go over to his channel and you email him, he can tell you more about what this is. He came on last week and talked about it. So just wanted you guys to know he's trying to help a vet move and pay for the moving costs. So that way, when this gentleman or this person or whoever it is, because we don't know, turns around and says, hey, how much do I owe you? Troy can say, it's all taken care of. So that's the cause that he's doing. So please support them. And then I wanted to go back. Grace and Fire said something. Hey, Uncle Al, welcome in, Dipole Frog 79. Hey, Brampton Gardner, welcome in, Rochelle. Let's see here. So Grace and Fire said something. Kara at Bluebird Homestead. I'm going to write that down, Kara. Because I try to remember everybody's names. There's also another person in here tonight that I have to be honest, I don't know your name. So if you'd be willing to share it, it's Willow Way. Is there a first name you care to be called by? Or if you don't prefer to give it, that's fine too. I just like to know people by names. And great, I think it was Grace and Fire. I can't find it now, but I think it was Grace and Fire said I really liked the video for today. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, the tomatoes are doing amazing, and you can't see them for a reason because I don't want to show you. I almost forgot to post that video. I don't know what happened. It got lost in whatever, like not lost, but I overlooked it. And so that's why I put the date on when I actually did it, because I wanted you guys to know that we harvested twice off that bok choy, and we ate 4 suppers out of it with it on the side, which was really cool. So we'll have another tomato one coming up. That's right. It's Wendy at Willow Way. And I'm sure I wrote it down last week, but here I'm going to leave it right here. That way I remember it. Thank you, Wendy. Oh, no worries. Some people are on their phones and tagging is hard. I know that's usually where I am. Yep. No worries, Grace and Fire. No worries. Don't worry about it. I sometimes forget to do that too. I do it a lot actually, because I watch a lot of my stuff on TV and then I go back in and try to comment and like, hey, Capone Cabin, welcome in, welcome in. If you have any leftover, the chickens really like bok bok choy, Lisa. Yes, they enjoyed some as well. Daz had told me about that, and I went out of my way to give them some, and they enjoyed it very much. So they had a blast with it, pulling it around and chasing it and everything else. They were chasing each other with big leaves in their mouths. It was pretty funny because I didn't cut it up. Um, Jerry at Carpenter Self Reliance is great. He sent us a box bursting with seed after we lost our gardens last year. What a sweetheart. He's a good guy. That's so nice. So nice. I love it when people come together. You know, that was an awful thing you guys dealt with at Cindy and Gary at Pathways Homestead when they lost their garden last year due to some spray for, I can't think of the word, but basically somebody was spraying, the wind picked up and it got all over their garden. So really, really sweet folks. And I'm actually, I don't want to say I'm grateful that it happened, Cindy and Gary, but that's how I met you because people were talking about you and that's how I got connected to you guys. He is a top-notch person. I agree. Jerry is. Gwen says I cut up all the Swiss chard stems for my chickens the other day. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I've got all that stuff in the greenhouse. It's not doing much now because it has been so cold. I got my fingers crossed for warmer weather next week. And hoping it comes. But you want to know the really cool part about them talking about the 1 to 3 feet of snow that we never got? The coolest part about it is we had all the barns cleaned out. So it was nice because we were literally getting ready for hunkering down just in case. Hey, Bland's Promised Land Ranch. Welcome in. Welcome in. Very cool, Heather. I'm glad that you have a bunch of strawberry flowers. Mine are still covered in straw. So I'm waiting, but that is very exciting. Very, very exciting. I have to try something new with my strawberries this year because we get very dry weather. And what ends up happening is we water them and then it dries out. We water them again, they dry out. But it's like they're so dry, it's like an uneven watering condition because the soil doesn't hold the water long, if that makes sense. So the berries are not shaped really well. So, oh, cool, your loofah's popping up. Yeah, I had 2 of my 10 seeds in the baggies that Rochelle sent me and told me how to grow. And I have them in a baggie and 2 in the dirt. I'm waiting for the other 8 to come up, which would be exciting. Hey, Country Mama Musings, welcome in, welcome in. So I'm hoping to grow loofah. I've got a veggie pod. What do you mean, Uncle Al? Tell me what you mean. Veggie pod. Yeah, and Bland's, we talked up Gail's collab a little while ago. So I'm hoping a lot of people join in because I think it would be really cool. I think it's going to be fun because I think there's a lot of things you can grow in. I do have a question for you guys. And I want to see if it's in my pictures. Hang on a minute. I wonder if Jerry from Carpenter Self Reliance is still here because I know he's having internet issues. Let me see if I can share this. I want to know if anyone knows what this is. Hang on a minute. I'm trying to share it. And I got somebody backstage. So the person backstage, hang on just a minute. Okay, I can't window. There it is. Okay, it's a little more complicated than I thought. So let me just put this on screen real quick. This way. This is what I want to know. Does anyone know? And Charlie at Fallen Arkansas Veterans may know what this is also. So what I'd like to know is, can you see that? Can anyone tell me what that is? We think it's a smoker, but I'm trying to look for information on it. Oops. If you can't see the picture and you follow us on Instagram, it is also there. I posted it today. It's an egg brooder bread box. I'm just kind of curious. So we got this in an auction, and what it looks like is that little box on the bottom. Whoops. The little box on the bottom with the holes in it is a firebox. What looks like shelves is actually ductwork, and it looks like it channels smoke. And then you open it up and it has room to hang stuff in, and we think it's a smoker. Now, we have other plans for it, as you know. But I was just curious if anybody knew. Good night, Tina Ladybug. Thanks for hopping in. Yeah, it is, Rich. Hey, Leanne.
Hi.
Sorry, I didn't give you a heads up.
It's all right. I wasn't picking my nose, was I?
No, not at all.
No, we're good.
How tall is it? The top of the unit is shorter than I am.
I liked Kristen's answer.
I'm going to go back here.
She said it was a crematory.
A crematorium?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like a smoker. And somebody said, oh, hey, maybe it's handmade. Maybe it's handmade. And I'm like, it's very detailed and skilled for handmade. And the inside, part of it is rotted out. But we've got 2 great ideas for it.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. So let me just go to the chat real quick because I saw some people come in, and we've got another guest backstage. So give me 1 second.
Oh, the suspense. I wonder who it could be.
You don't know. Hi, Ann, little Frenchie in Big Texas.
Don't know. Oh, I feel like Monica last night.
It is an unusual container to plan in for Gail's challenge, but if we use it for the 2 things, one of the 2 things we're planning on, I cannot do that. So I have to wait. It is whatever I want it to be. Hello, Evan's Family Adventures. People saying hi to Leanne. Hello, Drops Family Garden. And you're welcome, Pathways. You guys are so sweet. What are my ideas? We think it's a smoker because it looks like it has a place to hang sausages, and the way the firebox is here and the ductwork is channeling the smoke. So Ryan went to the auction and he bids on stuff, and you bid on lots. So if you want one thing, you have to get everything in the lot. So we're at this beautiful farm that has 1,900 acres that apparently sold for $3 million.
Yeah,
we're walking around. What's that?
I have that kind of cash laying around.
Oh, I went, darn, it's sold because I really wanted it. I was telling Leanne I wanted this place.
You did. Don't be fake about it. You wanted it.
I did want it. It was beautiful. There was a drawback though. There was a big, what I didn't show you, Leanne, was the whole, as you look at the property, the whole left side of the property was a huge ravine. And I said to Ryan, I'm like, we'll have to fence it in with electrical wire. Otherwise, we will be looking for diesel all the time. But I'm going to bring up our next guest. Green Granny 2, you can enter it, but you have to have a channel in order to post a video. And that's how you enter the collaboration. If that makes sense. Oops. Are you ready? Are you good? Okay. Hey.
Hey, Blue.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm awake.
Now, I didn't wake you, did I?
No.
Okay.
No, you didn't. Tanny's snoring woke me up.
Okay. Hi, Little Creek Homestead. Well, I sent it to you last minute, but I was like, if she's awake, she'll either say no or she'll be sleeping.
That's fine. It's a good excuse for brownie flavored M&Ms for the morning. I'm sending you some. No. To the camera.
No worries, Teresa. Please stay safe. Please
Did you
stay
see
safe.
Gail's comment? How if we could only see her right now?
Where?
Let's see.
I'm still trying to get used to Melon jumping on me.
Oh, 9:53. Y'all would laugh if you saw me right now. Right above where Jesse commented about how he loved my red dress.
Oh, okay, hold on.
It's very nice.
You win, Gail, Capone Gavin says. Well, that's all right. I came on with wet hair because I just showered. Hey,
No.
I figured it was better than stinking, right?
All I got is this soy candle from Mrs. Myers. I forget what it even smells like. I think it's lavender. Yeah, lavender scent. That's all I got.
Hey, Team Snag and Whiskers. I've got this beautiful candle that Lisa Colovi sent to me when my mom passed away.
Oh.
And it says, because someone we love is in heaven, there's a little bit of heaven in our home.
Oh,
and I keep this right here, and it smells so good. And she sent it, and it came with a bunch of different things, but it also came with, I don't think I can pull it up here, but it's like a soft blanket.
You have an ushi.
An ushi.
I have an ushi. My cat has stolen my ushi.
So it's really sweet. No worries, Alicia. No worries. But yeah, the candle doesn't say what it is, but it smells so good. It's like it's got berries in it, like cranberry or something. It just smells delightful. It's not overly powerful, and it's not overly fruity. It's just, here, you want to smell?
I don't got nothing.
You don't got nothing?
Nothing for Christmas.
I'm not awake enough yet to smell it properly.
Okay. She can't smell it properly.
Because my eyes aren't working yet.
I have a nose of a farm girl.
Free chicken hit it with the car.
Hey, Little Creek doesn't know who I am.
Little Creek doesn't know who you are?
No, I know. Is that shocking?
Vicky, how do you not know our little Mennonite friend here? Smell-o-vision does need to be a thing. So Vicky, the one next to me, is Leanne at the Mennonite farmhouse.
I have a small channel.
She has a channel that has blown up, and she cooks from scratch and bakes from scratch, and she has a great personality, and she's a lot of fun, and she's a good friend of ours. And down below, we have Pam from Blue Self Reliance, who is also an amazing friend to us. And she, let me tell you, this woman has knowledge beyond belief. Because, like Tony at Old Cabin in the Woods, Blue, with the nitrogen, with the onions we were talking earlier, Blue turned around and said, your turnips are brown because they don't have enough boron. And sure enough, I go look at my soil testing, and we're low in boron as well as nitrogen. So she's a genius. hey y'all, Leanne is protected by the Capones. Hey there, Life with Linda and Chuck. So yes, that's who I have up here on the panel. And so today is Good Friday. And I know Leanne had a question to ask.
Oh, yeah. I just had to leave. So I'm like, hey, this could be the topic for the night.
I had a topic, but I figure I'm going to let you have your moment because you were very proud when you messaged me.
Because I've been told I coined the phrase of the what I loves and what nots. So tonight's what I love and what not is Easter candy. What do you love and what would you not eat again?
Okay, before that, I have a question because in the chat, first of all, Life with Linda and Chuck said the answer is boron. But Pathways, poor Gary. Oh, wait a minute. Poor Gary, we just discovered he used the elderberry tincture instead of the mullein tincture to seam with. Do you know what that means? I get that he used the wrong tincture, but I'm not understanding. Is he okay? That I'm worried about. Hi, Ida R. Martin. Hey, Cindy Brown. So yeah, Cindy, let us know if Gary's okay. So Leanne, I'm sorry, could you repeat the challenge?
What Easter candy do you love? And what Easter candy do you not want in your Easter basket ever again?
I'll go first. Chocolate. I want chocolate.
Do you have to have the hollow Easter bunny or do you like yours whole?
I don't care. I'll bite the ears off either way.
And well, that's going to answer my next question. Which end first?
The ears. I want chocolate, and I never want jelly beans in my basket ever.
Milk dark or white?
Dark.
And can it have Crispies in it?
Do they ever make Crispies with dark chocolate? No.
Probably not.
But I take the Crispies. But dark chocolate, no jelly beans. And I'm talking regular jelly beans. I don't even want to talk about them stink ones because I think those are disgusting.
When it comes to jelly beans, I like Starburst jelly beans or Jolly Rancher jelly beans. Other than that, no.
Okay. Okay. And Ryan loves Peeps. I love Peeps too. And my mom and dad used to put them in my Easter basket. And then, you know, the next, like they put them in there late at night. And the next morning we'd wake up and they'd be a little stale-ish.
Mm-hmm. That's
and
the
they were
best
still
part.
good. How about you, Miss Pam?
Wow.
Uh-oh.
That's a loaded question, I guess.
It is a loaded question, actually, because it depends what country I'm in.
Well, Pam, real quick before you do that, Gary's okay.
Yes.
He used the wrong tincture. He has a sinus infection, and we steam with water, apple cider vinegar, and mullein tincture. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad he's okay. Hey, Nick.
Also, thyme and sage tea because it breaks down the mucus. Sip it because it's got thyme. Sorry, my words at this time in the morning don't work so well, but it's thymiol. It's the oil, the medicinal oil that is in thyme, sage, and rosemary. If you make yourself a tea from that, it will actually break down the mucus.
Okay.
Where have you been all my life? My dad suffers from sinus infections like you would not believe.
I'm a qualified nutritionist, dietitian, and herbalist. But I'm
Boopy.
not doing anything else.
There you go. I'm about to have a heart attack because Mike
Mike.
and Chelsea from Vision Acres are here, and he comes in and insults me, saying dark chocolate is disgusting and black jelly beans are amazing. I used to like you, Mike. Go ahead, Pam.
Depends on the black jelly beans. If they're the black currant flavored ones, if they're the licorice flavored ones. Okay, so but my choice of Easter chocolate would be the Lindt Gold Bunny with the red collar and the little bell. And I wait until Monday to get those because they're usually a third off in price, so I can have 2 or 3. And line them up on the desk, and then they sit there for about 2 months until I can be bothered eating them. Yep.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Heather likes Pride's Crossing Confectioners. I think Pride's had a recall recently, just as a heads up. That's all, just so you know. I did see that, something similar to that. But that's cool.
Wow, Mike is talking some chocolate there.
You can move on, Mike. Don't be knocking the host's chocolate choice. Or I will make sure
chocolate.
I will make sure you get a lot of peeps in your basket.
But what kind of chocolate?
What do you mean, what kind of chocolate?
Well, since I'm from that part of the world, it's the sweetest place on earth. Hershey's.
Ooh.
See, you might have to listen to your house at one point.
Oh, she's chucking it.
I'm being polite about it.
I know.
I will eat a Hershey bar. Don't get me wrong. I will. But, hey, Jerry Riggs it.
What about a Reese's peanut butter cup? A Reese's egg?
Oh, yeah. Don't make me eat that Cadbury egg. Don't make me.
I think I've had one in my life.
Just to say something about the Cadbury's eggs. All right, they were actually really good until the factory was taken over by someone not wanting to have Cadbury's chocolate, and they're supposed to have dairy milk chocolate as the chocolate for the egg. It was changed, and it caused such an issue over here in the UK. People were taking their eggs, their cream eggs, to the factory and throwing them at stuff until they had to recall all the cream eggs. And in this country only, I believe it is, and possibly Australia, they've had to take it back to dairy milk chocolate.
Wow.
Yeah. So whatever you guys are getting are not these.
Right.
But you can have them because I really don't like them either. So yeah, they're all yours.
Mike, you can stay, Mike, now. Nice job, Mike. Nice job. Hey, Paul's Green Space. Hey, Slava Kitchen Garden Therapy.
So for the record, my parents shipped their milk when they were dairy farmers to Hershey Foods. And so also the year 1999 was the year I operated the carousel and the egg scrambler at Hershey Park.
Cool.
So
We live round the corner from the Nestle factory that makes the Kit Kats.
I
like them.
You don't want to live downwind from it though, because it just smells like burnt sugar, and it's like, especially in summer.
I was going to ask you that. It probably smells disgusting.
And when I worked at the park, it always smelled like brownies all day long.
Ooh, brownies.
Wow. Great. Now we're all hungry. I like Willy Wonka. And the Oompa Loompas.
Barocca salt. Did I say that wrong?
Oh, wow. Paul's Green Space says, I live not too far from the Nestle factory here in Melbourne, too, mate.
Mm-hmm.
And Heather, Garden to Table with Heather Lynn corrected me. She said that one she was talking about was not a brand. So, because I swore it was Pride's, the only reason why I knew about this was where was I? I never heard of this company, and they were in one of the stores that we were in. And then I get home and I see there's this big thing about a recall. That's why I brought it up. Baruca salt. That's right. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've been to the park a bunch of times. What year were you there? I was probably way too old.
99.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
The year I turned 21.
Oh, my gosh. 99.
What year was that again?
99.
Hold on.
99.
99.
Oh, God.
I need a calculator.
You
turned 21? I was 31.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in November of that year.
Yeah.
My son was 7.
And Jerry Riggs says, I had a cousin who made moon pies in Chattanooga. Very cool. Leanne was probably there when we were in the park. All right, Paul's Green Space. I liked you too. He was 8. Wow, you're a baby. Hello,
Yeah.
Nora the Stock Explorer. Welcome in. I'm just kidding, Paul. Mrs. Lazy Days Head was 36. Wow. Me and Lisa, we're about the same vintage.
Like Monica and I, we're the same vintage.
Oh, why are you laughing, Pam?
Mm.
It's that time of morning for her. She can laugh all she wants.
She just has to keep it down while Danny's sleeping.
He's awake. Did you not see him?
I saw
No,
him
I
walk
didn't.
past.
The lesser known Tanny Bird walked past, thankfully with pants on, and then came back
saw him without
and was fully dressed, and he's now sitting over there. Even though he had the day off yesterday, he still has a half a day today, and then he gets the rest of the weekend off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I feel like I was there when they started building Hershey Park.
I wonder how old Comet was. Comet's like their first roller coaster, and it's all wood.
Oh, wow. When I was little, my Nana would make frosting flowers for the owner for his filled chocolate eggs near Easter time. That was what Garden to Table said. That's pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys had a lot of good stuff in the chat. I was looking at it. I still can't get over it. Why is it the one comment that keeps coming up is Paul's Green Space was 8 in 1999? Capone
Paul's
Cabin
Green
says,
Space.
Yeah.
He's the same age as my son.
I know.
That's terrifying.
Oh, gosh, you just made me think.
It's the same age as my son.
My son was 7.
No, my son was
Saying
88.
hi, Brenda.
I thought about it because, yeah,
Brenda,
no, he
please.
was born in 91. So, yeah.
Are you saying hi too?
I'm saying bye to Brenda.
Bye, Brenda. Cindy at Pathways was 24 in 1999.
Wow.
Cindy, you still look like you're 24. Have a great evening, Ida Martin. Thanks for being here.
That's right. She's 3 years older than me.
Cindy looks young. Very young. I'm just looking here.
I can't remember how old I was.
I had to use a calculator. Cindy Brown was 26.
I keep thinking I'm 48 all the time. I have done for the last 3 years, and it's actually only this year that I've turned 48, apparently. So
I was 25 for a few years.
Yeah. just couldn't work it out anymore. It's like, oh no, I've got past that point of really knowing how old I am anymore, and I can't be bothered doing the math.
Is today Cindy's birthday?
Is today Cindy's birthday?
Was it
Cindy
yesterday?
Brown or Cindy at Pathways?
Pathways. Because she said I'm 47 today.
Cindy, is today your birthday? Fess up. I was 35, y'all hush. Capone cabin. I had two kids and
we go
overseas.
from talking about candy to our ages. What is wrong with this chat? Seriously.
Everybody's saying happy birthday. I'm just like curious here now.
Yeah, Cindy, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Cindy.
Welcome to monetization, right?
Woohoo!
That's right. That's right. Okay, Leanne, take it away. Sing happy birthday.
Oh, no, you don't want me singing. Nope.
Here, I'll give you the spotlight. It's not working. There we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Cindy. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
All right. That was beautifully done.
Awesome.
That'll be the only time you'll see me singing key.
Well, you did a beautiful job, and I thank you, and you're a brave lady.
I can't believe I just did that without any alcohol.
That is awesome.
I could help you there if you needed it.
Chuck brought us back. Wait a minute. Chuck brought us back. He said, Lindt truffle chocolate. I know we moved on from this, but it just came to me. I love Chuck.
We
Chuck,
have to love Chuck.
Chuck, you and I are friends forever because Lindt is the chocolate.
Absolutely.
The red ones.
No words. Lisa Colobi says no words. Oh, she said, thank you, Leanne. Beautiful. How beautiful.
We support our friends.
That's right. Hey, Outdoors with Big Matt.
I think I did party like it was 1999.
Yeah, I know. I did for a while leading up to it, looking in anticipation of 1999.
I was working.
So I'm like, oh, legally. Y2K was the first year I could legally drink outside my house.
Oh,
Wow.
I know.
I don't think I can carry this conversation on anymore. I'm gonna go hang out with Cindy. I'm gonna go hang out with Lisa at Lazy Days Ahead. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was married too, Chuck. I had a young kid. I was partying with Lisa Colobi back then. And her husband.
You're still partying with her.
Oh, tell me about it. Gail was clubbing in 1999.
that night, that New Year's Eve, I earned a year's wages in one night.
Really?
I don't want to know what you were actually doing that night then.
I was working as a chef on Sydney Harbour in one of the dinner flotillas, and we had to leave at 6 a.m. We had to be on board at 6 a.m. to have dinner ready and do all the prep work and everything. And then we weren't allowed off until 6 a.m. the next morning when we came back into dock. And so we got 24 hours of pay at $500 an hour. So I made a year's wages in one night.
Wow.
And it was like, thank you so much.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Cindy, enjoy your second piece of cake and some more ice cream.
Jesse's asking if they have Shirley Temples in Pennsylvania. Of course they do.
And that's I was trying to answer Jerry Riggs's question. Hold on a minute. So
And Tony better behave. He forgets I'm a mod. I can block him.
Jerry, you're going to be 61. Did I get that right? I'm so bad at history, but I swear I got it. Save me a piece of cake, Cindy. I know I've spelled your name wrong, but I'm using my phone with voice. Sorry. Somebody said Major Dollars.
Yeah.
Capone Cabin, do we need to talk? What's this Major Dollar thing going on?
I think she was talking about Pam being able to earn her whole yearly's wage in one night.
Oh, okay. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just found someone else that's the same age I'm going to be this year.
All right, mark your calendars. Jesse will be 60 on Tuesday.
That's right. Jesse will be 60 on Tuesday.
Ooh.
Remember that for our party next Saturday night.
I'm writing it down, but isn't our party tomorrow?
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, our party is tomorrow. I'm sorry, I got confused. I got confused, but then I looked at my calendar and I've got Daz every other Saturday.
Maybe I should be using my planner.
Well, this is exactly why the bok choy fell to the wayside, because it happened to be one of those videos that needed a little more editing than usual. And I think I just kept going, okay, I'll post that. Yeah, okay, I'll post that one.
Jesse wants to know what's in the glass.
Some juice.
Juice?
Juice.
What? This glass or?
And Monica wants to know about, what did she say? Party time at Daz's place.
That's right. Party time at Daz's place.
9:00 tomorrow night, Eastern Standard Time.
That's right.
Well, that's 2:00 in the morning if you're from the UK. I'm just saying.
Oh.
You'll be there, Blue.
Yeah,
you're always there.
Yeah, at about 3, I'm having a lie-in.
Oh, okay. I was off by a year. Dang it. I was pretty close. Pretty close. Yeah, that's my go-go juice.
Go-go juice?
Go-go juice.
Never mind. I'll keep it clean.
That's okay. You always keep it clean.
I'm pretty sure that Leanne is a lot naughtier than she lets on.
That's what I thought.
Mm.
I'm going to plead the fifth.
I want to go back to this Pearl Harbor thing. That's exactly what I thought, because I thought it was December 7th, 1941.
I can tell you that's what it is.
So Jerry said I gave him an extra year. He was 42.
Because my mom was born in 42.
Yeah. Because I thought.
And my aunt's birthday is December 8th, so that's how I remember it.
I don't want to say it because I don't want to. He said, oops, I was wrong according to Google.
Is it
I was just impressed because it was probably the one date that I remember.
I have a split personality. No.
Hey, Angie, Abundant Acres. Hey, Kenny. Hope you guys are doing well.
My husband was here.
I'm usually the one, like Ryan could know all that stuff. I can't retain a darn thing.
That's me. I know all my dates.
Smart lady on my phone that talks to me said 1941, Chuck said. Would that be Siri?
My Siri's a man.
Oh.
He used to be an Australian, but my husband said, get that voice off there. He's like, no way.
Well, Jerry Riggs, I'm glad you got a good sense of humor tonight. That is funny. But yeah, so not Ryan, it's Mr. Lisa. That's right. Hello, Mr. Lisa. Hello, Mr. Angie. um, yeah, Siri, or I'm not going to say the other name only because mine will go off here. Whenever we do the recording for the podcast, I have a line where I have to say, Alexa. And then I have to say the next thing. And every time it goes off, it starts talking to me.
So
You have a split personality?
No.
So-
No, I think she's just, there's more to Leanne.
Oh,
I'm an onion.
She has layers.
exactly.
Or I'm like a box of chocolate. You just don't know what you're gonna get.
You're welcome, Cindy Brown.
Or
Cindy Brown
lasagna.
is-
Because
What?
that's got layers too. I'm just saying.
A what?
Oh.
Lasagna. I don't know why that popped up in my head. Because that's got layers as well.
I love Shrek too.
Leanne is definitely an onion. There's a lot more layers to an onion than a lasagna.
And onions are sweet until they rot.
The Capone cabin. Okay, I hate to break this to you, my friend, Capone cabin. If you have a cell phone, something's listening to you. Because I have literally said I want to look at patio furniture. I had this thing where I wanted to get like these nice sectionals and everything like that before we lived here. Never got it because of the price, but let me tell you, my phone showed me all the different furniture I could get.
Angie Abundant Acres needs to come to my house and watch Shrek 3 and Shrek 4. Just saying.
Oh, I'd definitely be there. I
Because
definitely
I have
be there.
all of them. I even have Deck the Halls and something else. I forget. But I want to say hi to Carmen because she just walked in.
Carmen, did you say?
Mhm.
From Jesus Loving Homesteader?
Mhm.
Hello, Carmen. And Cindy Brown, you're right. Croissants have more layers than onions, so let's call her a croissant.
Croissants.
And yes, phones be creeping, Monica. Phones be creeping. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I wanted to go back to the farm where you're at just because I was messaging Leanne and saying, I want to live here.
She did.
And then I bump into these guys and I'm like, $3 million. And I looked at the guy and I went, darn. Because, we could have just pulled that out of our pocket. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But we walked around there for hours because usually when you go to these places, you pay and then you go over and you see one of the auctioneers that are helping out that day and you show them your receipt and they have a number for your lot and you go over and you tell them the number. Well, we go over and tell them the number and this is exactly how it goes down. I think that stuff's over there somewhere. That stuff's over there. You may need some help. And that stuff's over there. And Ryan, and he goes, the other thing, I'm not sure where it is. And Ryan turned around and he's like, I already got that one. But I do have a video for you guys for next week because you would not believe. Don't say it, Leanne. Because we got a really cool deal on something that is going to help us moving forward. And the rest of the stuff he bought, like that smoker that I showed you guys earlier, we will either turn that into something or we've got a couple ideas for it. And we got some other stuff, one of which I'm going to use for Gail Southern Living weird container. But it's really funny because when you buy something and you say, okay, I'm buying this. And so one of them, I'll give you an example. It was an IBC tote. They're hard to get here and they're really expensive. So I think we ended up getting one for $65. So it was an IBC tote and what came with it. So it said IBC water tote, dog crate, etc. I wish I could have shown you all the stuff that came with the etc. But yeah, it was really strange, but it worked pretty good. But it was a gorgeous place. It really was. Thanks for asking, Cindy. I appreciate it. Pam down under is doing a lot of giggling. What's in her drink? I want some.
I'm just waking up and trying to behave myself. That's all. Because, it's actually just Sicilian lemonade. I promise. That's all it is.
So moderators, feel free to take a break. The only thing, if somebody wants a link, just throw it up there that you want a link. If somebody could please throw the link for Blue Self-Reliance in the chat, that would be great because Cindy Brown is asking for it.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, Jerry Riggs. No problem. Have a great evening. And yes, Bluebird Homestead. Totally. Flowers in a dog crate for the contest. Yeah.
Monica posted a link, but she didn't say what it was.
It's Blue Self-Reliance, I see.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's
It's the bright light in my eyes.
There's Blue Self-Reliance. They just posted the link. Thank you so much.
Carmen, you wanted to go to a produce auction.
Yeah,
they're fun.
The one that we do here is online, and the way it works is, say somebody's moving and they're selling the property, and in this case, obviously, there was a house in town, not in my town, but there was a house in the town that we were in, and then they were out at the farm. And so some things were there, some things weren't. Hey, Lynette, Coffee Angel Crafts. And so the auction company gets hired, comes in, and they end up listing all of the stuff, tagging it, categorizing it, all that stuff. And then they bid it online. So it makes it really easy. So you should just have heard Ryan's phone here that day, because every time he gets outbid, he gets an email. And they give him an opportunity to rebid. So it's like his phone keeps going off the whole night. Hi, MT Homestead. Welcome in, Terry. So it was pretty funny because he was bidding on a lot of stuff. And of course, I was right there going, go for it. Because there was one item I wanted. What's that for?
She's getting fancy with them.
MT Homestead hit 2,000.
Congratulations, you guys. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Guess who also hit 2K?
That's who?
My Aussie Garden Kitchen.
Congratulations, Daz. Hey, Charlene Heel. That's cool, Angie. That's cool. I love it. Hey, rolling with Raquel. Yeah, you moderators are the bomb.
I just wanted to keep, I was slacking on my my cards.
Oh my gosh.
That one I just happened to find. Oops.
Simply Jan hit 2K today also. Oh, congratulations. That's awesome. Yay. So MT, Daz, and Simply Jan. I write that down for our thing for tomorrow. That's awesome.
And we need to lift up Jerry at Carpenter Self-Reliance so he can get his 1K.
Yep. I think before you came in, I was doing that, but thank you for reiterating that because we need to do that. He's having internet trouble, so don't be offended if, he doesn't get watching your stuff, but he's a very loyal guy. Very, very loyal guy.
Yeah, we can't actually say the S word, so we're going to do this.
Congratulations, Bluebird Homestead. Bluebird Homestead.
What's Tony saying?
Okay. Kettle kitchen, yes, but not canned with a pressure canner. I don't do canning of jams and jellies. I actually just let them vacuum seal themselves. But yeah, I do preserve food, and When we have a kitchen that is big enough and that gives me enough room, I will be remaking homemade pasta myself. Yes. I pretty much make anything and everything.
And Wicked Awesome Gardening hit 1,500 today. Congrats.
I wonder
we
how
got
that
another.
happened.
We got another guest today.
Ooh.
You guys go over and show Capone Cabin some love.
Hey everybody, can you hear me?
Loud
Yes,
and
we
clear,
can.
let me tell
Well,
you.
I'm trying out some headphones. My boy gave me some headphones.
You
I feel
sound like you're a
fancy.
co-pilot in an airplane.
Do I sound pretty awesome?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it bad?
You're just a
Sounds
little
good.
loud.
Okay.
You're just a little loud.
Okay. I need to figure out how to make it. I don't know how to make it quieter.
Lift up the mic.
Lift up the mic. Is it better?
Yeah.
Now you're less.
Now I'm less. I'm always loud.
Monica,
Yes.
the headset is going to be perfect for the podcast recording.
Yes. I just have to be really nice to my 12-year-old so he can always give it to me.
When we do the podcast, we have to move the.
I'm usually like this.
Yeah, we're like this. So we sit there and we go, hello.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. I'm a little crazy with it.
Hey,
Oh,
Monica, Carmen,
yeah.
Carmen wants you to say, please tell us to unbuckle our seatbelts.
I have to find the chat. Hi, please unbuckle your seatbelts. The flight is over. Get out.
Put your cell phone down now.
You should have been on the cell phone in the first place on a plane.
Oh, I'm always on my cell phone. I'll be like,
You can now, just not in takeoff and landing.
yeah.
The minute you land, you're not supposed to, but everybody goes like this.
And
It's
then
how
the stu-
people used to do with cigarettes when they were smoking on the planes. As soon as that light went off, you could hear all the lighters go off. Click, 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 click. Off the plane. And now it's the cell phones going. Tick, 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 tick.
Thanks, you guys. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I'm loud, so I move it over like this.
Yeah, that's how I live my life, Leanne. What would Eric do? All day long.
Then you do the opposite, right?
Pretty much.
Angie at Abundant Acres Homestead said, "Thank you for flying Bland's Airlines." I don't know if I'd want to. I don't know if I want to fly Bland's Airlines after the drone issue.
Yeah, we don't fly things around here.
Even if the drone footage in today's video was pretty nice.
Okay, so the best part is my dad in the beginning is at the very end at the outtakes. My dad's like, so we're here and we're doing whatever we're doing, and that's my dad. And he's like, we're watching this thing, and I was like, see, if my dad would watch our videos, he would know that he could refer to it as crashing the drone, not actually flying the drone. But he doesn't watch our videos, so he has no idea how many times Eric crashes things.
I think that's my best part.
Yeah.
That is too funny. Hey, Michelle,
Yeah.
welcome in my raindrop life.
Yeah, Capone Cabin has it. Eric doesn't talk. He just never speaks. I just talk for him.
And then he's on the video and he's like, I like your video today. And I heard at one point you were like, it's okay. Just leave it. We don't need it. When he got hurt, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
And it was funny because, typical man. He's like this. He's like, ugh.
Trying to be tough, but he knew he got kicked.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
hit in the chest, in his ribs with the horns of that cow. And he was like, I was like, okay, just whatever's happening, just drop to the ground for a second. Breathe.
Yeah, you
Hey
could
there,
tell-
Hike with Mike.
You could tell he got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Carmen says, Eric drinks pickle juice outside during work days normally. Well, because pickle juice have great electrolytes in them. They're full of really good, and I make my own pickles, so it's not like they've got all this extra salt.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, I put what I do. I put what I can in there. I do it sparingly because I want to be able to have something that's healthy, but I put what's required to be able to jar them up. And yeah, whenever you drink pickle juice, for sure, it helps his muscles the next day. He's always like, okay, I don't feel as crappy as I would have if I wouldn't have done pickle juice.
You can do the same thing with beet juice.
Beet juice. Yeah. We don't grow beets, so that's my problem.
It's probably too hot there, beets.
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, look at Charles's comment, Monica.
Yeah, they're my sons. It blends in with my roots, which I need to get done.
Oh, Monica, speaking of this,
Yes.
you're missing your light.
I know. Please don't remind me. Oh my gosh. Because I'm wearing my glasses, so the light would just be rings in my eyes.
Like this.
I don't see yours. I
I don't
see
even
it.
have my ring light on. All I have is I have a lampshade here. And I keep meaning to like throw a bandana on it, but
Yeah, if I
ring
did my
light-
ring light.
yeah, mine's over here, but it no matter what lights I have, it's
See, Eric will be popping in a minute. He'll be like, "Get your ring light on, Monica. Have your stuff set up." Say,
Hey
look,
April at Full
ridiculous.
Spirit Productions.
That's all right.
That's somebody new here. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Oh yeah, Wolf Spirit Productions. I like that name.
I know, I like that too. Oh well, buckle in. Welcome.
Enjoy your ride and make sure your arms and feet are inside the vehicle at all times.
You
See,
are
Leanne
now
can do
on
that.
Bland's Airlines.
Leanne can do that because she was like, the ride person.
Mm-hmm. A rides operator.
I bet you I was there then. I was there in 1999. We drove there all the time, each year.
Hey Mike Henderson, welcome in.
See, we were destined to meet each other.
I know.
We got somebody
know.
else new here. We got Mike Henderson. Hey
Oh,
y'all from
nice.
Alabama. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Yay.
Good night, Rich. Thanks for being here. The
Oh,
Old
bye,
Tree
Rich.
Farm. Tony said he felt for him.
What do you mean? He felt.
I think for
Oh.
Eric.
Oh, okay.
Oh, when he got hit with that
Yeah.
cattle.
I felt for him.
I didn't. I was like, dude, it sucks. Sorry about that.
That's farm life every day.
I'm like,
Rub
well,
some
because
dirt on it and get up and go.
well, see, yeah, well, that's the thing. He's like already like knee deep in it. This was like not our first cow of the day. And he was trying to put an ear tag in her because I wanted, see, Jesse made a comment on the videos that I didn't see, that he didn't see me anywhere in the videos because I'm in the barn during that entire video. I'm actually in the barn sitting with all my paperwork and all of the stuff. It's one of those things that's not like the other. Where's Leanne? But I was in the barn, like orchestrating. I knew exactly how much worming solution everybody got, how much, fly spray everybody got. I knew all the details. And so I'm hidden. And so Eric had already gotten like involved. He'd already been banged up and moved around a little bit. So he got hit. I was like, dude, I'm sorry. Take a break, take a breather, walk away, brush it off. You're good. You got like 10 more head of cattle to work on.
Mama needs you to finish the cattle.
I know. I'm like, dude, I got a book here. You need to stay on task. North Central Arkansas had a huge tornado. Oh no.
Oh yeah. I didn't want to interrupt you, but yeah,
Sorry.
definitely sending prayers for them. That is just awful.
That's awful.
So tornadoes are just they're horrible.
Yeah.
I wanted to say hey to Maple Cook is here. He said, "Hey ladies."
Yeah, see, look. Jesse said I stand corrected. I was there, mister. I'm always there.
I heard your voice in the background at one point.
Yeah.
I did too.
Usually I'm hollering at Eric for something or another. I've been hollering at him for 25 years, so.
Our kids in the ag class at our high school did great. That's awesome.
Oh, that's so cool.
I love it. Well, let me tell you, Monica, I got to tell you something funny you'll laugh about.
Yes.
Sherman's very upset that he doesn't get to go visit every day now.
You took away his daily visits?
Well, he
That's-
did what he needed to do.
He was just a booty call?
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Yes.
I don't
So
think Vineyard Chicks are in here tonight.
he is now by the fence.
Sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. He's now by the fence, oinking and snorting and pushing his head by the gate to get it open when I walk by. And when I open the gate, he's like, and then I close the gate and he's like,
You better let him have his ladies.
I'll let him visit. But it was just funny because I go down there and he's making all this racket all day long. And I'm like, what is your problem? And he goes right up to the gate.
Oh.
Well, then the other two ladies, I always say that thanks, Wolf Spirit. I appreciate it. I always say that the two ladies are pretty, gentle and they're pretty good. Eleanor went after Fiona tonight. Went to bite her and goes running after her down the pasture. I was laughing so hard.
Oh my goodness. Well, they might just be dramatic if they're pregnant. Some
that's
animals
what-
get dramatic.
That's what I got thinking. I'm like, wow, this is going to be a long and dramatic. We better get we better get going on making an area for them.
I say you just open up a little like in between and just let them all Yogi Hollow Chicken Ranch. Just let them all intermingle and hang out together,
Yeah,
and then block it off when they get ready to farrow.
Yeah, I should.
I
Those
mean,
darn hormones.
well, our male and female, they just stay together 24/7. We used to put her in a separate pen when she farrowed, but now because he's such a chill dad, he doesn't care. All the babies will lay with her and he'll just kind of walk out and go to the next pen next door and just kind of hang out there like, dude, them babies are crazy. But she just farrows now right next to him and he's just like, peace out. I'm out of here until they're a little bit bigger. But their pens are connected so they can go in and out. So
Yeah.
chicken ass.
Well, it's just so funny because, obviously you're always going to have an alpha animal in the pen if you have more than one, right? And it's just really funny because Eleanor has always been the alpha, but Fiona always pushed back. It's like the Sherman Grant thing, but the funniest thing is like Eleanor's here and she goes after Fiona and you watch Fiona go like this. She walks way around Eleanor to go to the hay bag.
She's
And
like, no way.
I'm like, my gosh. We don't even know if they're definitely pregnant yet. I mean, we know what happened, but if it took, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Crazy.
We'll be
Jealousy
watching
is a
them.
crazy thing.
Yep.
It
That's
is.
what it is.
Now I
Well,
understand why they call him Porky.
Well, we have one of our girls, her name's Rose. She gets pregnant every other year. She's kind of annoying that way. But she's a good mama once she learned. But when she gets pregnant, we know because she gets like attitude. And she is the only cow I've ever seen separate herself from the herd when she gets pregnant. I don't know if she's like, she doesn't eat well. You can see something is visibly wrong with her. Like she's like, Eric's like, she's got morning sickness. I'm like, get out of here. Just please get out of here with that mess. But he's like, you can tell because she acts different for a few weeks. And then she gets herself back together. And then we're like, oh, she's pregnant. And we had that cow go down 2 years ago and he had just wormed her. She went to the ground and she like gave up her life. Like she was done. And I'm like, you are not dying right now. I just wormed you. I need you alive for 2 weeks. And so I needed her 2 weeks. I'm like, 2 weeks is all it takes to be done with your worming.
Yep.
She got up the day before. She got up at day 13. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Well, wouldn't you know it? 5 months later, she had a baby. And Eric's like, I wonder if she went down because she was like feeling sick. Like she was just being dramatic pregnant. I'm like, I don't know, but that's ridiculous. Okay. I've been pregnant 8 times and I have never just gotten down and not got back up.
Well,
she was ready to die.
she's a cow. She could do that. You couldn't.
That's true.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We've got to start working on some projects, getting ready so that I'll admit I had one of those moments where I was like, this is great. They're both pregnant. And then I turned around, I looked at Ryan last night and I went, oh man, we got to build a place for them to have their babies because they're too close together. We can't have them in the same pen because I don't know how that would go down with them. You know what I mean? So
It could be
Once
messy.
Yeah. Well, once they have their first litters, once they farrow the first time, you'll kind of get the hang of it and they'll get the hang of it. I think that first farrow is always probably the most nerve wracking. Like it's the one you're just like, oh, what's going to happen? And then you're just like, okay, they're going to be fine.
good night, Gail. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great vacation.
Yeah.
And-
I'm so excited. I'm going to do that challenge. I'm going to do the grow thing. Just trying to figure
Yeah.
out what I'm going to use.
Me too. Me too. We all know those ladies who they 6 weeks pregnant and they can't get out of bed. Yeah, no kidding.
Mhm.
Yes.
We need to
Char-
welcome. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna welcome back Nick from AZ Highlands Homestead.
Welcome back, Nick.
Yeah. My sister-in-law, she got pregnant and she was like literally like a second pregnant and she was all like laid up. She's like, ah, can you get me something to drink?
Oh,
And I like looked at my mom. I was like, when is she due? Tomorrow? Because she not getting up. She's like, I'm so weak. I don't feel that great. I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening right now? I love my sister-in-law, but she is so dramatic. I was dead. I was like, no,
Mm-mm.
no,
she's not subscribed, is she?
no.
She'll be the one person who watches tonight.
My family don't watch us ever.
That's funny. I've got the same problem. Charles, I hope everybody's all right up there. That's horrible.
Yeah, that's crazy. Ugh.
Second pregnant.
Yeah, she was. She was like a second.
No worries, Paul. No worries, Paul. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Oh wait.
Well, see, that's the thing though. Carmen's so petite. She probably had like a little baby bump. She was like, look, I just got pregnant last night. Look at my little baby bump.
Not me. Not me. I was already plump.
Yeah.
So everybody was like, you still fat?
I was gonna say that was me. They were like, girl, did you not lose that baby weight from the last one? I'm like, I'm pregnant again, yo. Stop it. Leave me be.
So yeah, I think we should name the litter after the Blands.
Yeah, my birthday's coming fast.
I know.
No,
I
it's
know.
not.
Leanne's like, no, it's not. It's not
Nope.
coming that fast.
Oh,
I know
Look,
when
I'm
her
in my
birthday is,
mid-40s.
though, because one of the litters is going to be around that time. So
August 7th is which litter? Is that that's the second litter.
that's Fiona.
Fiona, see? From Shrek.
Eleanor
See?
is July 25th, and Fiona is August 7th.
My birthday.
Gonna be a busy 2 weeks.
It's gonna be so busy.
Y'all better pray that they're good mamas and nobody needs to be.
Just get you some goat's milk just in
Yeah.
case. Get a bag of goat's milk. Get you some little baby bottles in case you need it. And then get my number on the ready. I'll be like, this is what you do.
I actually am buying Halbert Farms has coonies and they have the goat's milk I'm gonna get. I already have the other stuff that I hate that I can't remember the name of it. It's basically the stuff that you give to piglets in case they have diarrhea. So that way it's not
Scours.
life-threatening.
Yeah, the scours.
Something-
Yeah, they have scours.
Scour Guard.
Yeah.
Guard. And I'm also getting baby rice cereal with iron because you can mix that with the goat's milk to feed them.
Nice.
So I'll have plenty of that stuff on hand because I've been ordering it like crazy lately.
Well, it's good to stock up on it in case you need it.
Yep.
Yeah, we went to Costco yesterday, and because I went yesterday thinking it would be like not crowded, and I don't know what I was thinking because I was like, oh, it's like it's a Thursday, the holiday weekend, and then I was like in there, and my 12-year-old's like, oh, Mom, it's Thursday. Why are there all these people? And I'm like, oh, because tomorrow's actually a holiday too. He was like, oh man. So we're in there and I'm like stocking up on I'm like just getting extra stuff that I haven't had for a while. And he was like, Mom, we're spending a lot of money. I'm like, it's fine. Your dad's got a new job. It's good. But
Night,
I
Holy
did,
Spirit.
I was like, I was focused and getting a lot of things, but it was just, it was one of those things that I'm like, I'm stocking up on some things before it just gets more expensive to buy it. So, but I was really proud of myself because yesterday I, I took my pasta that I had been stocking up on, my extra pasta, and I loaded up 2 5-gallon buckets that I had, what did I do? Vacuum seal pasta. And then I loaded up 2 5-gallon buckets full of pasta that was vacuum sealed. So I've got 2 5-gallon buckets in there full of pasta. I was so excited because I don't know how to make my own pasta. I'm not fancy like Leanne. I'm not. I know. Look, see, I was waiting for the eye.
Pasta's easy to make.
It's flour and eggs.
Yeah, but don't you have to have a fancy machine?
No. Rolling
It's called a
pin.
rolling pin.
Just get a rolling
I
pin.
made it when I was in my 20s and never had a fancy machine. Good
And,
night, Blueberry
and if you
Homestead.
don't have a rolling pin, use a wine bottle because you probably got a few of those around with the amount of kids you got.
I don't have any wine bottles.
Well, I would. I'd have a ton.
That's a really good container to grow flowers in. See, I've got ideas. But no, I don't have any wine bottles. I do have rolling pins. I got that. But I've never tried. I'm gonna have to try to do my pasta. I'm gonna have to try to do some pasta.
It's so simple. Seriously, you just need a bit of room. But like our bench is that size. Like that.
Yeah.
That's what I work on. That's what I do my cooking videos on is this little thing. So yeah.
I'm gonna have to try that.
No worries, Danny. Oh my gosh, Danny, I hate that you were sick and you had to do some kind of challenge. Oh, that's awful.
Her challenge is the other one. Her collaboration is the next one I'm ready to get into. I'm going to get in my garden tomorrow and talk about it. I told Eric, I was like, hey, I'm going to do Danny's collaboration with the 5 things. He's like, well, we need to plan this video out, Monica. I'm like, nah. I'm just going to get in the garden. I'm going to make a quick 5-minute video. I'm going to roll it out.
And Eric's like,
because he's like, this is interfering with my plan. Because everything is planned out. He's got a guide. I'm all throwing stuff on my Instagram. Like, look at my reel.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, it's funny because I was talking about this earlier before some of you ladies came on, and the coolest thing about that collaboration is Pam had told me the reason why my turnips are brown is because I need boron, and Tony at our cabin in the woods said, well, the reason you don't have onions is because you don't have enough nitrogen. And I'm like, both of those we were low on in the my soil testing.
That's cool.
So
I mean,
now,
not cool that you're low on them, but
now we may have to grow them.
See, that's cool.
She just needs to get her some cow manure.
I get some every year. I got some last year. We filled the beds with a ton of that stuff.
So because of the pine needles is possibly why because you've got quite a lot of pine sort of those kinds of trees, right? So that will actually deplete the boron quite significantly.
Interesting.
So I would get, I mean, the numbers are like £1 an acre for boron. You won't need that much.
Yeah, no, we're gonna definitely get it. Definitely get it. Apparently Maplebrook said I can just pee on my soil.
Yeah, just go pee out there.
There is that.
I do have a man here.
Well,
and you got
that
diesel.
Man pee is also good for, apparently man pee is also good for protecting your like chicken coop and your turkey coops and all that from critters.
Trust me, that is being used.
It's also great on tomatoes.
On tomatoes?
Not so much.
I don't know if I want Eric out there wazzing on my tomatoes.
I used to get the kids to do it. We had the best tomatoes I ever grown. Those, and because they were next to the lemon tree and the orange tree. So if one of them was on the citrus trees, they'd go onto the tomatoes and then they go and pee on the tomatoes. And it was amazing. Seriously, best tomatoes ever.
Pee on the tomatoes.
Yep.
Capone Cabin wants to know. She wants to know what she did. I have no idea.
I might on YouTube.
No pee on the food. What do you think
Um,
manure is?
Yeah, that's poo-poo on the food.
Do you know? This is what makes me giggle about, like, some people sometimes like, oh no, you can't do that because it's on the food. It's like cow poop.
That makes sense, though. She said no pee on the food.
but
Well,
you know what the problem is there, don't you? I'm just
Mm-hmm.
going to throw it out there.
what?
American culture.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Because if you watch TV over in the UK, I'm not sure about Australia, but in the UK, like things are natural and nobody is shocked.
No,
Whereas here, I mean, it's like people get all upset about stuff.
Australia is actually a step further than the UK because the UK is kind of borderline. There's some things that are okay and some things that aren't. Whereas in Australia, it's like, yeah, whatever, mate. There's back fence over there. Just go over there. Make sure the kids can't see you. But like here, it's like go and find a bush and hide behind the hedge and make sure that no cars see you as you go past. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't worry about that. As
No.
long as I'm covered. As long as I'm covered.
Well, we have the one girl here, so anytime Eric's outside, if he's out there, I'm like, hey, don't forget. He's like, tell Abigail to stay inside. I'm outside checking on the animals. I'm like, okay, you're peeing around the coops. Great, thanks.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we take Diesel down there all the time to do that as well, especially when we thought we had a coyote running around.
Yeah. That's true, Angie.
Jesse had a comment.
What did he
Yeah.
say?
He said he asked if Lisa was going to do a tutorial on that.
Yeah, I had put that up on the screen a little while ago. No. Unless of course you want to visit. I mean, you know, and we can have you be the model.
That's what I might do. I might have Eric pee on a row of my tomatoes. All the boys will be out there watering my garden, and we'll see if those tomatoes grow better than the other ones.
Just film him standing to your back.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's crazy, Maple Cook. Oh, that's horrible.
Wow. Well, see, that's what Matt Akers' problem was. She had to outrun the coyotes. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah.
told that story.
Yeah, they're horrible. I know that in Connecticut they were so brazen it was unbelievable. I had to stop. I was younger then, so I actually used to exercise. But
Yeah.
I used to go up there all the time, like, you know, go up this mountain. I'd do 5 miles before work, and I'd go up, and the darn coyotes, like, it got to the point where like they'd be staring you down. But they didn't attack, so that was kind of weird. That's just disturbing. Hey, Kate at Pure Pondering. So yeah, everybody wants a video. So
Yeah. I'm going to have to do a video and be like, here's an experiment we're going to do. Here's the start of it. Thanks to Blue Self-Reliance, we're going to go ahead and do a video. I'm going to tag her in it and say, she told me that adding urine to your tomatoes.
okay. So number 1, that will be your homeschool experiment.
Yes, ma'am.
And number 2,
Science project.
what I'd like to know, Pam, is do the individuals have to be hydrated? Well hydrated?
My kids were out there every day, but they probably didn't.
I'm just
Probably
going to have
once a
my
week.
boys just,
Once a week, maybe, you know, should be enough. It's just like feeding them any other sort of feed. Please excuse my fur baby.
No,
She's
no
rude.
worries. And
She's,
not on the leaves, right? Because that would
Yeah, no, just down the bottom. Try and not do it on the leaves and the stems because you don't want blight.
at the
But,
base of the tomato plant.
Yeah, at the base.
I got this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I only water at the base anyway.
Yeah. You
gonna be
only
the
want to
back.
water at the base. You don't want to like spray everywhere, but you know.
I've already
We've
got
all
my,
had 3-year-old boys, and we can't.
yeah, see, I've got 5 boys ages 13 to 5. So I can like have a lineup of those boys just standing each at a plant with their backs turned. I've already got the thumbnail in my head.
Jesse's
and they're going to
asking
be
for that thumbnail.
like just like the
Yeah,
picture you have.
Stair
where-
stepped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stair step 13, 11, all the way down right there.
Good night,
Got it.
Coffee Angel Crafts. Oh, Cindy Brown said you better have good aim. Well, you know how men are. So they don't always have good aim. So
Yeah. I might make them put pee into a cup and they can dump it around the.
Actually, yeah, what Danny's just said, one important note is if you're on any sort of medication, it might not be a good thing to do.
Danny,
Yeah.
So anyone who's on meds or anything.
No, my kids are pretty
Danny,
natural.
you
Yeah.
know, you know what in the Wheaties.
Yeah. Thanks for ruining everything, Danny.
It's the Cheerios.
Mm.
Yeah, you'll have to put Cheerios around the base of the.
They can try to target practice. It's gym time, PE. They got target practice and science.
There you go. Hey, Ariella, welcome in. Welcome in.
Jesse said to give them each a funnel.
Jesse's thinking. He's got a good point there.
Mhm.
Good night, Paul's Green Space. Happy Easter.
Maple Cook.
I
She
want
said you're
some-
not. They said you're not bashful or anything.
No,
I
we're
want
not.
some Texas sweet tea.
Yeah, we are not bashful at all. That's the problem here.
My kids don't drink tea at all.
Hey,
We don't
Tiny
drink sweet
Tim
tea.
Posey. Maybe you could give them water.
Lemon water. That's a
They only
diet.
they only drink water anyway. No, they got plenty of pee. Them kids are not dehydrated.
Mhm.
My boys can pee anywhere. I actually had to make them pee inside when we first moved here. I'm like, y'all, we're in the country, but don't mean you can go pee everywhere. Like some of the things you say to boys, it's unreal. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, the things you say to little girls are different. I feel like my daughter, I'm like, hey, don't put that in your hair. Hey, don't do that. Like, just don't. No, you can't put on that makeup. No, you can't. You can't put that in your hair, Abigail. No, you can't. No, my boys, I'm like, could you not pee in the corner right there? Could you not? Could you go put a shirt on? Are you wearing underwear? Like, just the most random thing, the random stuff. Did you wash your hands? Their response, I didn't touch nothing. Y'all just peed. You just went to the bathroom and peed. They're like, well, we didn't touch nothing.
Oh my gosh. Tiny
What?
Tim, are you okay? Charlie was talking about the tornado earlier. Are you guys all right? I don't know where Tiny Tim is.
I think I hear the cat purring.
I wouldn't be surprised. She does Uber purrs. She doesn't know how to purr quietly. But she slobbers everywhere then because she's like,
I go into yesterday before the auction, we stopped at the gas station and I run into the restroom. I'm not going to share that part with you, but the part about it that I wanted to share with you is because Monica's here and there's mothers in there with their children, right? And Monica, you can relate to this. You go into a public restroom and all you want your children to do is go to the bathroom and get done and get out because you're already skeeved out by the place, right?
Yes.
But you get in there and they want to talk about what's written on the walls. They want to talk about everything. And so it was really funny. I come out of the restroom and I'm laughing and Ryan's like, what? And I'm like, there's a kid in there, you know, reading War and Peace out loud, basically. I said, the mother's just trying to get the kid done. And the kid's in there like, are we calling her? It says she's a lot of fun. You know? I was dying.
Well, you know what? Caleb, our oldest, was real little. We used to joke with him. We would mess around. I mean, we were young, 21, 22, as Caleb was growing up. I had him when I was 21. So we're not like older parents. We're just like young and stupid and being silly with him, thinking it's not going to affect his brain somehow. And so he would run around in his like diaper and we're like, woohoo, owie, wowie. And we'd like mess with him. He would get out of the bathtub at, 2 years old and we're like, woo, woo, woo. And he'd be like, oh, just, you mess around with your little kid. He's laughing. We all laugh, have a good time. Needless to say, he was 2.5. He could talk very well. And we went with my mom to the local Kohl's to try on some clothes. And I had my brand new baby, Luke, in the stroller. And I said, well, I'll take Luke in mine. I can take Caleb. And my mom's like, oh, it's fine. Caleb can go in with me. So he goes into the dressing room with her and she's just changing into a dress, trying on a dress. He's too. He's sitting there on the thing, and all of a sudden I hear him go, "Woohoo! Owie, wowie, mom!" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And my mom's like, "That's a little inappropriate." And I'm like, "Mom, he's just messing because anytime we change at the house, we always like woo each other." And my mom was like, "I am so embarrassed." And I'm like, "Seriously, he's 2.5. Okay, get a grip. We're just messing around." Like, but he's in there like wooing her, and we're in the middle of a dressing room. There were other people in there, and he's like, "Woo woo, my mom!" And I was so embarrassed for her, and she was embarrassed, and I'm like cracking up, like, "I'm so sorry, my child's inappropriate."
Good night, Charlene Heel, and hello, Susan's Ramblings. And Tim, yes, we're praying that your friends are okay. How scary.
Yeah, that's really scary.
Wow.
And then Maple Cook says, "You want no class?" The guy on the next stall at Costco. Oh my gosh, that's awful. Oh my gosh. I'd be like, "Could you be quiet, please?"
Oh my gosh.
Ew.
Well, Eric works in building management, and he was in one of the restrooms in one of the places, and he sent us a video one day, and I'm like, "What is Eric sending us a video of him standing in front of the restroom mirror?" Because he was standing there, he had just washed his hands, and I'm like, "What is this video?" So I play the video on my cell phone, and it's him, and he's standing there like this, and he's like looking over, and if you turn the volume all the way up, now this is like 2 years ago, you turn the volume all the way up, and you can hear a guy groaning. And then you hear the toilet paper, fum, 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 and then the guy groans again, and it's fum, 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 and he was like,
Good
and
night, Angie.
he's got the phone like this in the mirror, and he's going, and it was like a 5-minute video. I'm like, "Eric, no, you didn't." He's like, "This dude was going and going." And I'm like, "Did you get out of there?" He was like, "I rolled out before he got out of there." But he was like, "Ugh!" And then you hear the toilet. I'm like,
Oh, bless.
"Oh my gosh, that's awful." I was like, "You should have waited for him. Make sure he could have walked." I mean, after all that, is he not standing up? I mean, like, how is he getting out of there? Did he crawl? Like, how do
And
you
what's
get
he
out of
gonna
something
do?
like that?
Is he gonna walk in there and go, "I have cattle, so if you're gonna go down, I can take care of you"?
No, I told him, I was like, I think I would have known what the guy's face looked like just so I could avoid him, or like, I don't know, give him some like eating tips or something. Be like, "Dude, you really need to eat some healthier food choices."
You need some bok choy.
Oh, well.
Hey, Ricky Ventures, welcome in. Glad you had a good date night with the wife.
This is where he walks into our potty dog.
Yeah.
From
Hey
chocolate
there,
to poop.
where to begin, Homestead. Must have been light on us.
I did bring my dark chocolate, by the way. See, dark chocolate, little Dove dark chocolates. So good.
Oh.
Hey, Corey and Laquita, blind guy, his wife, and their life. Thanks for being here. Tony wants us all at his first live. You better message us and let us know.
For real.
For real, for real.
You let us know. We'll be there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
So what's
Capone cabin.
everybody?
The virgin ears.
Capone Cabin says, "Ask Melody about rabbit sexing." Well, I don't know. Last night on Bland's, they were talking about their rabbits doing this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was dying. I couldn't help myself.
Oh, when I saw you type that, I was no good. I was like, "Here it goes."
Is that why they call him Thumper?
They do thump though. I walked in one time after they were like mating, and my daughter was standing there, and all of a sudden one of her like males who actually hadn't been used was like, boom, boom. And I was like, "What's his deal?" She's like, "He's probably just jealous." And I was like, "Okay, you're 16.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. Stop it. You know too much, farm girl." But he was like thumping real hard. I was like, "Jesus, stop that. That's inappropriate." They do. They thump.
They does.
Then
do
the Garth
thump.
Brooks. Garth Brooks. just starts playing in my head.
Which one?
The thunder rolls.
Well, I don't know. Every time I'll see Monica do a rabbit video, I'll just keep thinking, of AC/DC. Thunder.
Thunderstruck. Look at Danny.
He could have been practicing. That's what
He
Jesse
could have
said.
He could have been.
I'm
He
almost
was
going to
just-
my dress now.
Yeah, he
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
Just had mock shock.
Mock shock.
Are we pretending to be shocked by something Leanne says?
No,
Mm.
please. Ugh,
I'm innocent.
my hair
Really?
dried around the headphones.
Uh-huh. Mhm. We believe you, honey. We do. We believe you.
Good night, Heather Lynn. These live chats are saucy. Are
Hmm.
they? I didn't think so. I think they're actually pretty tame because we have to be careful. Could you imagine if we all got together?
Oh my
outside of the
God.
YouTube world?
Hmm.
See, I'm being
StreamYard.
pretty good. I'm being very good for me.
You are being very good, and I
Mhm.
appreciate
I'm
it.
being well behaved for me.
You're always well behaved.
Leanne is completely innocent.
She is.
Mm-hmm.
So what's everybody doing for Easter?
Sleeping.
God.
What are you doing for Easter, Lisa?
Home. Be home, just me and Ryan. We're the only one here. Our family is out of state, so we'll be
Yeah.
home. How about you guys?
We are going to my mother-in-law's. We'll go to church in the morning at one of the there's a really big church that is in town that's right outside of Dallas that my son and his wife go to. And so we're going to meet up with them and we're going to go to that service. And then we are going to come back home and have dinner at my mother-in-law's house. So we'll be home basically here all evening. But my dad and my sister, they're coming over with their family, with her family. They're gonna hang out here. So that's pretty cool.
Awesome.
What are you doing, Leanne?
I'm
I
going
just
to
want
my
to hold on
Sorry.
one second. Tim said that that the level of alert for the tornadoes is pretty severe, and he said that he knows of 2 YouTubers that are in that area. So please send prayers for them.
Yeah,
I
for
don't know
sure.
who they are, but send prayers for them. And I'm sorry, Leanne, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just wanted to make sure we acknowledge that.
It's your stream.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
Go ahead.
we're going to go to my brother's along with my mother-in-law, and
Nice.
will be there, and my sister-in-law's sisters will be there, and her mother.
Nice.
Wow.
I just want to go back. There were a couple people who said what they were doing.
It's nice when you can have your in-laws go and get together too as one big family. That's always a good feeling.
Oh, that's awesome. Enjoy Capone Cabin. And then where to begin cooking and our first Easter egg hunt in 10 years for the grandbabies. Awesome.
Aww.
And I think Lisa Kolovy is having Easter. Is having Easter at her house this weekend. Danny's going to be gardening and filming.
Wait,
Yeah, we'll
Danny and Leanne are going to be in the same place for a couple days in October. What?
We're going to
Yeah.
HOA.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
That's awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I'm
nice.
excited.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
And then let's see here. Laquita might be sleeping for Easter too. And let's see, Lisa Kolovy. Oh, Oh man. Yummy.
Oh,
I've been to Lisa's functions, let me tell you.
mm. Are you making one of your hams, Lisa?
I'm not sure yet. Either ham or one of the chickens. Because those
Nice.
Cornish cross are like having turkeys. We've been trying to have them to make room in the freezer.
Mhm.
Because we were talking about it. We always buy a half a cow. And with we have 30 meat birds now that'll need to go in there. And we also are going to raise turkeys this year. So we're going to need more freezer space. So we're actually thinking that we probably will not order the half a cow that we usually order. And part of that is because when we order it, we get a lot of ground beef,
Mhm.
a ton. And I'm just not feeling it. We still have so much left over here.
Charles
Hey,
from
Bushcraft.
Yeah. Hi, Charles.
Hey, Charles. Welcome in. Welcome in.
So I
Yeah,
decided today.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Go
That
ahead.
I'm gonna take my pineapple rolls that I made the other day for my video. And I'm gonna use those for the bread for my pineapple stuffing.
Nice.
That's gonna be so yummy.
Can I just say, you've caused issues with those pineapple rolls. I now have to make them.
Sorry.
Hanny saw me watching that video, and that's it. He was sitting there with his eyes on stalks.
I think you said that in your comment.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the problem. You don't watch that stuff in front of him.
He normally
he's
doesn't even
subscribed.
watch what's going on my screen because he'll be playing his game or something. But he just happened to turn around and then just sat there.
A mini panda cow.
What?
I want a mini Highland. We have a
You
rule:
know-
no horned animals on the farm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no horned animals.
You
No
want
horned
that
animals.
calf that I showed you the pictures of?
What's that?
Remember the little mini calf that I showed you?
I wanted that one really bad.
I haven't
really
ordered
wanted.
it.
Well, you know, Lisa, you could free up some of that room in your freezer if you took some of that ground beef and canned it with your new electric canner. Just saying.
I know.
It's so easy.
I know. I'm just thinking about we don't need to order more of it
Yeah.
because we still have a ton of pork, which we did that on purpose because we knew that by the time we had piglets and by the time they grow out, because they're heritage breed, we knew that it would be a while. So
Yeah.
do you
But if
usually?
you get the beef now, it's going to be cheaper than next year probably.
I know.
Can you get a quarter cow? Will they let you do a quarter?
They will. It'll feel like a ton of ground beef again.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a bit of a racket going on there. Hey, Jennifer at Northern Girl Hobbies. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. We're going to think about it. We got to make sure we have enough room because when we do our chickens, we do them whole.
Yeah.
Because then what we do is I will defrost the whole chicken and then we'll eat on it for 2 days.
Yeah.
So like tonight I cut the back out of it and we spatchcocked it and then we'll have the next tomorrow and then I make broth. So with the turkeys we may part them out. I'm not sure.
Well, don't forget you can put that in jars too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And if you have time, just take it and put it in your refrigerator. And then the next day, go just jar them up. Just let them come to room temperature or close to it,
Yep.
and then go ahead and just jar them and get them on your shelf and keep them out of your freezer.
Yeah, no problem at all. Agreed.
Especially because you have the electric one. That's super handy.
Yeah.
And you can kind of just do it as you're piecing it out or whatever. I mean, it takes time.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take a lot of effort.
No, absolutely. I agree. I'm just trying to think, like we were talking about things that we could do, like, hey, Joy Bless Life, welcome in. We were talking about things like taking some of the turkey because store-bought ground turkey was banned from this house years ago. it has a horrible aftertaste to it.
Yeah.
And we just don't like it, but we do like having different ground meat. So we were talking about maybe taking some of the turkeys that we process and creating like turkey sausage or stuff like that. You know what I
That's
mean?
a great idea.
Because then sausages are easier to can and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas a turkey leg, I mean, I'm gonna have to use some pretty big jars.
Yeah. For
Or
sure.
we're gonna have to debone them, you know what I mean?
Well, I wanted to text you. I was gonna send you a thing tonight. So I have 4 turkeys, 4 girls, right? And I have 1 Tom. So I have all these. I have 3 Jills and 1 Jake or Tom, right? One guy that's like running the roost, right? He's got everything in control. Well, 3 nights ago, Simeon, my 7-year-old, went to go put all of them away, and he can't find 2 of the 4 girls. And I'm like, dude, you got to be kidding me. They can't be gone. Like, I'm collecting eggs. I'm hatching babies. I got to have these girls. They're laying eggs right now. He's like, Mom, she's gone. And I'm like, okay, she'll come back in the morning. She's done this before. It'll be cool.
Yep.
The next day, nothing. The next day, nothing. I have been beside myself for the past 3 days. They have just disappeared, flat disappeared.
Aww.
I was so upset. No feathers, no nothing. Like, there's no evidence that they've been taken or killed. I'm wondering if they just left. Well,
Right.
today we're out there at like 11:30 in the morning. So it's like almost afternoon. We're out there working on some stuff. And all of a sudden the 7-year-old goes, Mom, Mom. And he's like running. He's like, Brownie. And it's one of the turkey girls that we're missing. And I'm like,
Oh, geez.
so I'm like, watch her. Well, she comes over. She's eating furiously. She goes to the bathroom and we see her, but it was like a big one. And I'm like, oh, she's laying on eggs somewhere. She's hiding. Because if you've ever seen a broody hen, they come out to eat, they come out to drink and like refill. They take the big old poop that they got to do. And then she went and stood in the water, drank a bunch of water, and then she dust bathed in a little like area we have for dust bath. And then she left and I'm watching her and I'm like, boys, follow her. So they watched her go across the street where we have already looked for 3 days now. And she's hidden in the brush with a clutch of eggs. It's like she's got like 15 eggs over there. I'm like, she's only been gone for like 3 or 4 days.
No.
Where'd she get 15 eggs from? So I hatched out 3 babies over here yesterday morning. But they're too little to go in with my current 6 babies that are in the brooder. And I'm like, what am I going to do with them? So I did this. I went and right before it starts getting dark, we like go over there and I take 2 little boys and I have the little babies up against me. And I'm like, please, Jesus, please, all the way over. I'm like, please, Jesus, please let this be okay. Hopefully I'm not going to kill these babies. And I'm feeling really like nervous, but I'm like, I'm just going to do it. So I take all 3 of these babies. I throw them in the pile. I grab like 7 eggs and I'm like putting them in my shirt and I'm keeping them warm. And I throw the babies in there. She jumps up and runs away. I'm like, no, 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 come back, come back. And she's like, I'm out. Peace. And she leaves. And I am so upset at this point. I am like, no good. And so we're trying to get her back. Well, 5 minutes later, she walks back over. She lays down. And we checked on her 3 times before bedtime. And she's on all 3 of those babies. And they're all with her. And I think it was a success. So we'll see in the morning if they're alive or dead.
Oh, good. Well,
But I told my boys, I'm like, is it so awful that I'm like throwing these brand new babies? My 12-year-old's like, bad idea, Mom. They're going to die. And I'm like, well, I'm not that attached to them right now. So let's just let this be. Whoa. Hey, Leanne,
sorry,
what's up,
I'm
girl?
trying to move it so that I can see your faces when we're putting up comments. There you go.
Oh, the YouTubers that are on the path of tornadoes are Whippoorwill Holler. Oh, and Big Dreams Tiny Budget. Oh, no.
Definitely sending prayers for them.
I only know Lori and Mr. Brown.
What's that, Leanne?
Whippoorwill Hollow's Lori and Mr. Brown.
Okay.
What did you say, Lori and who?
Well, I don't remember his first name, but
Okay.
he goes by
Mr.
Mr.
Brown.
Brown.
Okay.
Brown.
And then Big Dreams Tiny Budget.
Oh, that's awful. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of this tornado nonsense. I mean, I can imagine living there. I mean,
Yeah. It's not going to get any better, though. This is just the beginning of the season. They're saying it's going to be a really bad season.
I know it.
Yeah.
Kate at Pure Pondering says, I love sticking babies under a broody hen. And
Yeah.
Susan's Ramblings, who I'm super proud of. I got to sneeze again. Hold on.
Is in tight.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh.
She started lentils for sprouts today, and that'll be her first time in starting microgreens next week after I get to the garden center. And I'm
That's
super
awesome.
proud of her. Yep, super proud of her. We've had a bunch of people reaching out to us about the hydroponics, saying that they want to do stuff like that. And I feel like I'm going to sneeze again.
That's real.
Thank you.
Kratky should be paying you all the Kratky supplies. People need to come to Lisa's Amazon link, order all the Kratky stuff through her Amazon link.
I got to get that set up.
Yes, you better get that set up.
I do. But yeah, absolutely. We, a lot of people have been reaching out and they're just like, look, my whole thing is this: grow something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if you live in an apartment. I don't care if you live in a condo. I don't care where you live.
Yep.
Grow something. And, you know, people are asking me, do you think this will work here? Do you think? And I said, I don't know. Because
Just do it.
I've never had a southern facing window that I could get to.
Yeah.
It's always been blocked by something or whatever the case was. We never had enough sun. So for us, a light is what I need. But I say, just do it anyway. What does it hurt if you do it? If it doesn't work, who cares? Try it again.
Yep.
That's
Well,
it.
just like Sandy said over at Suburban Homesteading, Wyoming, Arizona, she said, you know, there are so many different microclimates within your one zone, your one yard, and you can find a spot. So just because someone says it doesn't grow here, doesn't mean you can't create that, or doesn't mean you don't have that microclimate for that particular product, that particular vegetable or fruit or whatever it is, that plant.
Yep.
And you know, I think we talk about that on our upcoming podcast, Lisa. Anybody can be a homesteader.
That's right.
Coming out Monday.
I mean, we're living in one of the colder parts of the UK, and I'm actually growing pistachio trees.
That's so cool.
From nuts. And they survived the winter, and the cover was off the polytunnel in the coldest part of winter for a couple of weeks because it was no point in putting it back on because we had 80-mile winds. So it was like, but they've survived. They've come back. I've got a male and a female.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so you can grow anything anywhere. I mean, I've got mango seeds on the go now.
Yep.
So, you know,
That's cool.
you can do it. It just put it in some dirt.
Yeah.
Or some
Get your
water,
hands dirty.
You know, just
I
Check
love
it
it
in
when you
some-
talk dirt to me.
oh, yeah.
Leanne's so naughty. Hashtag put that on a tee. Leanne's so naughty.
Goosebumps.
Actually, Boots and Bounty already have it on a tee.
Capone Cabin says, amen. I'm seeing too many videos on stocking up on cake mix and junk food. Agreed. The other thing is, and hold on a minute, Susan's rambling. So, all right, Susan, my friend Susan, we've been talking back and forth about this. If you have yogurt cups, if you have spaghetti jars that you can fit the yogurt cups on top of, I'm one of those weirdos who, when I go to the store, I will hold the spaghetti jar and I'll hold the cup and I'll try to figure out if it'll work.
That's awesome.
And that way I'm using it. Hey, JB Conway, don't feel you have to save up for the equipment. Like Country Mama is going to be putting out videos, Country Mama Musings. She did not use rock wool. I'm going to leave it at that. But for some people, I'm telling you, try to grow in a sandwich baggie to get the plant started, and then try to maybe fashion a wet paper towel in there, and then something like, just come up with something random. You can do this, Susan. It's like, even if you look on the internet, just do it. Like, don't be afraid. Don't worry about the perfect solution. Just figure it out as you go. That's really the biggest thing you have to do, is not be afraid to try.
Yep.
You know, I think that's the biggest thing.
Sorry, he's gone to work.
Oh, that's all right. Have a good day at
Aw.
work, Danny.
It's 4:30. Bless him.
God bless him.
Yeah. People needs their meds though.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, we are at 2 hours already.
See, if Eric was here, he would have had you off here 4 minutes ago.
He would have. He would
No, I would have been in the chat
Oh,
telling you to be off in 5 minutes.
have.
He's a stickler. Yeah. Leanne and Lisa would be like, "Hey guys, you got to go."
We just like to make fun of Eric. That's all.
He's like, "Do you
Really?
realize what time it is?"
It's really.
What would Eric do?
Do you realize if I lived with Eric and he wrote stuff on the chalkboard, the minute he left, I'd be like this.
You'd be crossing it off.
And I'd be like changing it, trying to copy the handwriting. Like
Oh,
I would put
what-
stuff like go
he's
swimming.
a lefty, so
Go
it's all
swimming.
like smeared and stuff, and like it's all. I'm like, did you erase your own handwriting? That's weird. Maybe you shouldn't be a lefty. Erasing it as you write it. But yeah, no, I just walk right past that. I'm like, oh, did you put something on the board? Didn't even see that.
Good night, Maple Cook.
The kids, look at that. The kids are like, oh, mom, dad wrote something on the chalkboard. I'd be like, oh, cool. Let me know how that works out.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You might want to get that done before Dad comes home.
Yeah. I'm like, hey,
Don't make
dad.
me tell
I'm
your
like,
father.
Life 360 says dad's on his way home soon. You might want to get working on that mess. Check off your list. No, he's not bad about it. He's really good. He even said to me today, he's like, I listened to the video. I'm real sorry about I'm taking bets now. He said, I'm real sorry if I was mean to you in that video. I'm like, you're good. You were mean to me outside of the video, but I forgive you.
Look at Kate at Pure Pondering. She's like, I'm sitting here telling folks, shh, I'm on a live. I did that once in my office.
Oh, Maple Cook said, I'm gonna go. Thunderjack just texted. He wants dinner.
Oh gosh. Well, thanks everybody for being here tonight. Thank you, ladies, for being on the panel. Always fun as
Welcome.
always. And if you guys, like I said in the chat, if you're interested in being on the live, please feel free to email me. I just need to know who you are, because I need to make sure there's no mishaps to protect everything.
If it's
But-
not fussy, I'm here. You know.
Hello, Tawny Wolf. But but happy Easter to everybody, and I hope you all have a great, wonderful weekend with family and friends. And we will see everybody next week. So thank you again, everybody. Bye. Y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
I'm gonna have to go look at Danny's video now.